Joe D here with Madison County Custom Concrete Masonry. I'm going to redo the front of this house, starting with this porch. Had a broom finish, and that sealer that I use I put on 6 years ago, and I couldn't get it off with muriatic acid. Nothing else would touch it, so I'm literally having to grind it, the surface off. When you do an overlay on that, I'm using a spec mix. When you do an overlay, you don't want any sealer left on there. Nothing can be left on, so I'm literally grinding everything off. It's the messy part of it, but anyway, that's where we're at, and I'll let you know the process as we go along. But right now I'm in the crappy part of it, which is getting it prepped and ready. Okay, so the top has been clean etched. Any imperfections I ground out and filled. But what you're seeing there is a 1 foot border. I'm pouring the inner part, and I'm going to pour the outer part separate, a different color. So we're getting everything ready to mix over there. We got a bonding agent we're going to put on right before we mix, which is about now. Then I got spacers, screed boards, some stamps. So we're getting ready, so I'll probably put it on the tripod maybe when we start. Okay, so we got the concrete down. I'm getting ready to put the color hardener on there. We're going to trowel it in and start stamping. I'm going to go ahead and put the color hardener on first and put it in before I start the camera again. So anyway, that's where we're at. Okay, it's dried. I just got everything cleaned up. This dries so dang much faster than other concrete. You don't have much time to film, but anyway, that's a white. Believe it or not, it's just dark. It'll lighten up, and then I might put some white stain, but I got different colors going on there. But anyway, I have that, and then this is the border wood. This is coming off. That'll be a clean edge, and I'm going to do a different a darker border, and then I'm going to do these steps and the sidewalk as well. I gotta clean it all off and get all the old sealer off, but I'll start filming again after I seal it, or stain it and seal it, and I think it should look pretty good. Then I'm going to redo the front of the house. I'm going to redo the walls and all kinds of stuff. I'm kind of bored with it, but I make custom tiles. I've started making some for the front. I'm going to redo the front. So anyway, I think it'll look pretty good once I get the border on there. Matilda. Okay, so we got some coloring, a little bit of staining, and I'm doing the perimeter and the step. And I decided to put this stainless steel netting for added strength. I think it'll help. And I'm going to do these sidewalks, I think, after this works out. But anyway, that's where we are at on it. Okay, I don't remember where I left off on here. I did a little coloring, doing a little testing out on the colors. But I did a perimeter. People honking at me on here, which is a stone face. It was a square edge. I turned it into a round edge, kind of made it a stone face. Yeah, Matilda never fails to. So anyway, I'm going to let it all cure out a little bit more and then stain it. And then I'll finish coloring that and sealing it. And then I'm going to do this sidewalk here. So, and then I have tiles I'm going to do where the brick is. Underneath there where the brick is, I make tiles, custom tiles, homemade tiles I have for that. So I'm gonna start putting that on, but I want to stain the perimeter first. So Matilda, she's a ham. Anyway, okay, so I'll start filming again after I get it stained, I guess, and sealed. That'll make a big difference. Yes, Matilda, yeah, okay. So anyway, okay. So I did a skim coat over the brick at the bottom because I'm going to do some vertical concrete down there, or tiles. I made some homemade custom tiles. I don't know if I was gonna use them down there. I don't know if I am or not. Not a lot of room to work with. I might just do the vertical concrete and make the tile effect. I'm not sure yet, but anyway, that's where we're at. Okay, this is Jody with Madison County Masonry, custom concrete. I did an overlay on this porch, and I did below it had brick, and I did a vertical overlay to make them look like stones, colored them, and I just got everything sealed. I'm completely redoing the front of this, getting ready to paint the front door. As you can see, I started a little bit, but anyway, there is the porch. It looks a little better than it did before. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, thank you. Okay, so kind of halfway through this sidewalk here, Matilda, but had a problem with some. I think I had too much moisture underneath them, so I just went ahead and replaced it. I don't like taking chances, so just about done with that. I just kind of wanted to repaint the front door, kind of redoing it. So I'm kind of about halfway through this sidewalk. Just thought I'd give a little update. Okay, I got the front door repainted, more of a copper. I'm gonna redo the front of the brick. I'm gonna do a veneer on it. It'll make more sense there, the color. But I'm redoing the house number thing. I took it off and I put a skim coat. It's kind of gonna be vertical concrete, but you'll see what the new house number I'm gonna put on there. But this will all be covered up. I'm just kind of a little unsure on which stamp I'm going to use, but anyway, so I should have filmed a little bit earlier, but I have the vertical concrete on there, and I gave it a stone face, and then I put a template I had cut out for my house number. Just kind of show you what I got here. I guess I could take this off now. Shit, too late now. Anyway, so shit, I should have left it like that. But anyway, I'm going to take out the inside where the 423 is, and this is going to get colored, and that's going to be a darker colored, obviously. But it's kind of Old English numbers, the way they got it. So what it'll do is these the inside of this will come out. I don't know if you can see that. I guess you can. I don't want to do too much of it now. It's still too wet. And so I'll color this Matilda. Cat Matilda. Anyway, so this has a stone face. I don't know, you really can't see it real well. But anyway, so this will get a lighter color, and this, you take this out and then you make it a darker color, and it should look pretty cool. But this is all going to get stamped as well, so that's going to get stamping. That's why I wasn't concerned about the perimeter. Okay. So the house numbers, I just did the numbers, and then I got two different colors. This was from the first day, this is from the second. But tomorrow or the next day, after it cures all the way out, I'm going to stain it. Probably a light, like a caramel, something like a caramel. And then I'll do an antiquing on it. But this is all getting vertical concrete around there. It's going to get stamped. I'm just unsure on exactly what I'm going to do. Then I got to finish painting the front door. I'm going to do dark brown on the trim to match that. I got to get a different handle to match that and that. I guess dark brown is going to be my trim color apparently. So anyway, there you go. Okay, I got the house number finished. I don't know if you can see the finish on there, but I got a sealer on there. I stained it. Got two different colors stained, and then I actually did an antiquing. Brown and black. It didn't show up very well, but I don't know if you could see the finish on there, but I put a wet look. A lot of people don't like it on stone, but I do. It shows definitions, I think. Whatever. Anyway, so next I got to finish these stupid sidewalks. Gosh darn it. Anyway, okay. So I'm starting to put the mailbox in. I'm going to put the mailbox in right here, and it's going to have a concrete footing. I got to go deeper, but that ground's so hard. We've had a drought. It's like concrete. So I watered it, and then tomorrow I'll dig some more. Got to go deeper, but it's going to come up with blocks. And then I'm going to have this on the side. I just stamped this. This is with white cement, white Portland. And then I'm going to do a black antiquing on it. It's a stone face. And that's my favorite Indian kind of thing there. But anyway, whatever. Hopefully it'll look okay on the side of the mailbox, maybe, if it turns out like I think it will. And then I'm going to start doing the vertical concrete on here. But I got to get the mailbox in and this rest of this thing overlay on these sidewalks. There's just not enough hours in the day. I got a small business I run, and I just do this on the side, but it doesn't leave me much spare time. So, and there's Matilda. She's not bashful. She's a ham. Okay, so I'm giving you a little update on the mailbox. Can't remember I stopped videoing before, but got the footing, concrete blocks, got the mailbox in. And as you can see, I'm getting ready to pour the caps. It'll be solid concrete. I got the liners in there. These liners, you put a release on it and it gives a cut stone face. Same as up here. I got to back plaster these brick. If you don't back plaster these brick, that moisture will pop through in the wintertime. You can pop the facing off. So you always want to do that. A lot of people don't do that, even on chimneys. There's Matilda. She's so bashful. So anyway, I have a couple ideas I'm going to do on the front, but I got to get the caps on first, and then I got netting going on and so forth. Then I will finish these sidewalks, and hopefully by then the city will have a clearance on my garage. I got a garage ready to go up. Look at Matilda. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the update on it, and I'll give you some more updates as I get going. Okay, so this dumb mailbox. I don't know if I have any footage left of it or not. Because I can't find it. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, I put this mailbox in. Got a footing, came up with blocks, rebar. This is brick throughout here, and I stamped it, but I didn't like the colors. I didn't like a lot of things, so I ground it all off. And then I got some stones on there. You're probably wondering what the hell. I know everybody else is wondering what they're gonna serve, but I got an idea. I don't know if it's gonna come together or not, so we'll see. I'll film a little bit as I go. I'm not going to be stamping this. I'm going to be carving it. So okay, so I'm messing around with this mailbox and kind of see what I'm going for here. Kind of getting the effect that the stone is coming out. But it's kind of getting the effect that it's coming out of the wall, basically, I guess is what I'm getting at. But it's been on there for a while. You gotta let it sit and harden. This is obviously vertical concrete. And you just let it sit a while. Don't mess with it. Don't brush it yet. But it's been on there for a while. You gotta let it sit and harden. This is obviously vertical concrete. And you just let it sit a while. Don't mess with it. Don't brush it yet. Then in the front and the sides, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a chiseled, sort of like a Belgium slate, chiseled, something chiseled. Front and the sides, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a chiseled, sort of like a Belgium slate, chiseled, something chiseled. Take stain better. Shit, sorry. I've probably been filming my feet. But basically, once you do, you let it sit. Don't brush it. Let it dry more. Come back later. Otherwise, you'll smear it. You take the effect away. I've done this before. It looks pretty good, but looks better after it's colored. After it's colored, you blacken the cracks and color the rocks. It looks a little better. I got in grinding the rest of this shit off. I'm gonna get a different color on there too. So anyway, okay. So I got a new liner for my box. I got Pacho. Cleaning that all out. We got a bunch of rain coming tonight. We were supposed to start a driveway in Edwardsville, but they want to wait till after the rain, and I do too. So I'm just messing around. I got I'm not stamping this. I had it stamped before or whatever. I'm not stamping this. I'm going to carve this. So it's going to be a sort of like a Belgium block. It's I like this. I'll show you how I do it later on. Maybe I'll film it. But it takes on stain. I have a lot of high and low spots. So basically, even on your joints, when I carve my joints, they're going to look a lot different. You want to imagine sun hitting, and it'll reflect on higher and lower spots. And the way I do it, it takes on stain really well. I should have did it to begin with, but oh well. Anyway, I'll film more as I start carving it. Okay, I don't think this is ready yet, but basically when you do this, you are taking low spots out. What you do now, what that'll do, that'll create differences in the stain. It's really cool. Makes a big difference. It's gonna end up like a Belgium, but anyway, that's kind of the process. And then it's not ready yet, but then we'll do the joints and go from there. Okay. Here. Okay, so I've scraped low spots. Scrape it. When you do that, it'll receive when you do that, it'll take the stain really well. Shows a lot of depth. It'll show depth, high and low spots. Then you kind of just a little. This is vertical concrete, by the way. So pretty soon I'll start carving the joints, but you want to let it set up first. Still a little wet. So same way up here. So anyway, I'll start filming more. Probably nothing's coming together yet, but hopefully it will. Okay, so I just got this section on, finished this back, and this section I just kind of cut out the depressions. I'm doing joints. When you do this, you want to let it set for a while before you do these joints. It's been on here for about at least an hour, not more. But this is a Saturday and I got one guy working, so I actually have to go back to work. But anyway, I already carved this up. I like this. It's like a Belgium slate. When you do that, it scrapes the surface and takes color real nice. Kind of a bit much for a mailbox, but whatever. The same color, cure out, and stain and seal it. It's back. Inside is just kind of, I don't know. I saw it somewhere and kind of liked it, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Okay. All right. I got a little bit left to go, but I filled in the bottom. This side I got the front. I just got a little up top here and this bottom. Then I can get it stained and colored. So I don't know. I'm gonna restain the tops, the caps. I think it'll look okay. I don't know. It's a damn mailbox. Then I gotta finish these sidewalks. I'm gonna do overlays on these sidewalks. So actually, I don't know if you can see it, but I gotta do this section over here, and then I'll stain it. I did the porch. I don't know, I had footage of it. I think I filmed it. I don't know what I filmed and I didn't, but maybe I'll get another shot after it's all stained. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, okay, so I got the mailbox kind of got all the vertical concrete on there and it's cured out. So I'm getting ready to stain the outside. I got this is Decocrete. I really like Decocrete. I'm going to kind of veer towards their materials from now on. You're supposed to mix this with 3 parts water, but I kind of experimented. I like 1 to 2 parts water is a really good look. and sometimes you can alter it. You could go 1 to 3 and then highlight it with 1 to 1 to 1. You know what I mean? Just highlight different areas. But anyway, I have I do the air and the staining thing, so I'll kind of show you once we get it hooked up. So okay, so all right, so I got the compressor hooked up. I'm putting the stain on first coat, but this seems to be the fastest and best. Then I have him come behind. Excuse me, Papa. He comes behind with a paintbrush, and then I let that dry for a day. Then tomorrow I'll do the joints. Okay, shit, I forgot I had this. Okay, I had it stained with the sand dollar, which is really light. So I'm highlighting it with a little bit darker, looks sort of like a mocha. Just highlighting a little bit, giving it a little color. I like that sand dollar, but standing out as itself is a little light. If you just do this with a little darker, it'll highlight it a little bit, but it doesn't take over the color, you know. So some splatters. The only downfall of using a spray bottle is you get little drips you got to take care of. But yeah, this just highlighted a little bit with a little darker is all I'm doing. Okay, I'm on this damn mailbox. I got it stained pretty good. I got a base color of kind of a tan. And then I highlighted it with some burnt crimson. That's the darker spots on there. Now I have an antiquing that's just going to antique it brown. It'll antique the depressions in there. So I don't know. With the color behind it, I don't know if it's going to do a whole lot. We'll see. Then I got to color the joints and seal it. Sealing it'll make a big difference. Oh, crap. I forgot I was filming. Anyway, I got this colored. I kind of got this back a little colored. I kind of started on the joints, but I'll start filming again after I do this. I only have... Okay. I got the boulders stained gray. Pluto. And now I'm coloring it, the boulders. What I did is I got a black stain and I really watered it down. What it does, it gives you a wash. See that one there? It'll take it from straight gray and it will it'll put a wash on there. Then after that you highlight it with a little white on the outside parts. But see what that does? It gives it a wash, kind of more of a realistic look. Probably not warm enough to be doing this shit. I don't know what it is. Upper 30s or 40s maybe, I don't know. It's a Saturday though, and I got all my paperwork done, so I'm kind of just messing with this. But anyway, as you can see, it gives it a more realistic look. Then after that dries, you highlight the outer portions with a little bit of white, just a little bit. It makes it a more realistic. So the only thing is I have to do this, and my tripod broke, so I don't know. Anyway, you can see what it does though. Maybe I'll set something up later. Okay, the mailbox. I got it sealed and I put a plant in there. I didn't put dirt and all that stuff and plants in there. It's bad in the winter. It'll expand and break. It's a mess. So I got weep holes in here. So when it drains, all the water will come out here. It won't hold any water. In the winter, I just take it out. This is a thaw plant, fake plant, whatever the shit. That way I don't have to worry about the dirt expanding, and I can't tell you how many planters we tear out in a year's time. They freeze up in the winter and expand and break. Anyway, this is all carved vertical concrete, stamped. This, I don't know if I like it or not. I did it. I don't feel like changing it. If I had to do all over again, I would have kept the same texture all the way around. But anyway, I feel like I need to put something over here. I'm going to redo the front. Probably make a video of it. Redo the front of this house. I feel like I need to do something here, but I'm redoing these sidewalks. I redid the porch. It's all dirty. Looks like crap, but I'm going to do the sidewalks next. So anyway, there's that ding dong mailbox.